Hey guys, welcome back to Cool Guys Stuff with Mike, the cool guy. Today, I'm going to show you how to lay out a basic backyard fire pit. Okay, so we got lots of useful space. I'm going to figure out first where I want it. Next thing, measuring tape. So, got a nice big measuring tape, and I'm going to figure out approximately how large I want my circle to be for my fire pit. We've got this dinky little thing right now that we've been using to burn up some old cut-offs of 2x4s and lumber and stuff. But we need something we can sit around, you know, a proper thing. So I'm going to find a more permanent location. So important, we don't want it to be under any trees or anything like that. So over in that back corner is a nice idea, but it's a little close to that. So I'm thinking more over that way kind of thing. You know, still between the trees perhaps. I don't know. This one right here is not ideal. There's a tree right above it. Either way, I'm going to find a spot and I'm going to lay it out. Okay, so I've stuck a long screw, really a leg screw is what this is. It's about, I don't know, 5 inches long, and I've shoved it into the ground and tied a little knot on here, so that way this will now spin. Oh, there we go. Oh geez, didn't shove it in there very well. Okay, you want that shoved in the ground decently, and then you want to be able to do this. You want to have it loop around. Now I've taken my tape measure, right, and I've laid it out to 8 feet, so we know that 7.5 was about where I wanted it to be. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to measure your fire pit, but there's 7 feet right there. I've taken this string and, right, just tied this little thing to it. You can see right there I've made a groove. So, right, I'm just going to keep this taut, and I'm going to go around and kind of make a line like that, right? This needs to be nice and tight. And you go all the way along like this, right? Keeping your string nice and tight. And you're just going to drag it through the dirt, and it's going to kind of map out where you'd like your fire pit to be. And the most important part of this is it's actually going to be round, right? You're not having to try to guess where things are going to go. You've got a string, and you know that this is going to swing in a circle, right? As long as you keep this tight and try to keep this steady, you're going to get a basic circle out of this, all right? So from there, we've mapped it out with that. We can then start figuring out if we want to do stone, whatever, pavers, you know, patio stones, and then you've got something to work with. Okay, so you can see the line that I've made, right? Yeah, gets a little tough to see with the grass there, but it's there. I can kind of see it. The point is, there's my circle. See? Alright, so now I'm going to take some of the leftover gravel from when we did the concrete over there, and I'm going to start laying it all in here and make kind of a gravel pad. Oh, yard sucks. Can't wait to change that. Clay, so it actually clumps and cakes together. It's just awful. Pretty soon in a future video, we're gonna do a full grading and seeding of the backyard. Get a whole bunch of green stuff like that, right? Stay tuned for that episode. Spreading out my piles with a rake here, and it's filling it out okay, but we're definitely going to need a little bit more. Okay guys, I've got this pile of gravel left over from when we did the concrete pour. I'm going to take a bunch of it with the wheelbarrow into the backyard and use it for the fire pit. Alright guys, so you can see I've got it all spread out. I dumped the old fire pit that was over there onto there. And this is how I'm going to leave it for right now, because I'm not 100% sure what we want to do with it. But this is the way to lay out a circular fire pit. And then you can go ahead and tamp this down, lay concrete, you can lay stone, you know, patio stones, whatever you want to do. I will note that if you're going to use concrete or stone or whatever, don't do fires directly on top of it. It will crack the concrete or the stones. Use fire brick if you're going to do that, or get one of those elevated fire pits to go on it. Just word to the wise. Alright, so I'm going to end it with that. We're going to keep doing other projects. We'll get back to this one day when we decide what we're going to do with it. Thanks very much. Have a good one.